This may be news to some folks, maybe not, I'm not sure, but I've been spending a fair amount of time of late on TikTok. Let me tell you, TikTok was not a place I thought I would be spending any amount of time. Not this year, not last year, not at any other time. But there's something that I discovered about TikTok when I took a new, fresh look at it maybe a month or so back. It's pretty good. And there's a lot of really interesting content creators on TikTok. So I thought I would take a moment in this video to pretty much run you through a little bit of my experience. If you've been like me, maybe you saw TikTok when it first debuted and saw what it came into, grew into, and decided to avoid it like the plague. I don't blame you. If you're someone who might be looking to hop off of Twitter and you're looking for another place where you can make connections and potentially post content or just post your experiences and have some community, maybe you've been looking at TikTok again. I know that seems to be a direction that some people are heading, going from Twitter over to TikTok. Or if you're just curious. Now, I don't know what inspired me to take a fresh look at TikTok after I had essentially written it off ages ago. And I think if you download the app, or if you're looking at it through your computer or on a web browser, it's terrible to me, because you're just getting this unfiltered, generic, I don't even know what to call it, just avalanche of crazy content, which was not something that I was looking for, which is part of why I said, oh gosh, get me away from here. Videos are auto-playing, it's all kinds of crazy. Get away. Somehow this last time, I actually made it past that, what I consider to be initial barrier, into start to get deeper in, hitting that search tab, searching out D&D, searching out OSR, searching out TTRPG. And what I discovered is there's a lot of people here. And not only is there a lot of people here, I found that it seems to be a different set of people than what I was getting on Facebook or in YouTube or over Twitter. So not only was I getting new interesting bits of content, but I'm getting it from people who I wasn't exposed to before, which for me is always great. I'm always looking to see new stuff, hear new voices, get new perspectives. So automatically I found, wow, there's interesting things here from people I hadn't seen before. I thought, wow, this is really good. And I also found that there's a lot of positivity on TikTok right now. Now, maybe that'll all get destroyed if there's a wave, a tidal wave of Twitter folks end up going over there and bringing a lot of the negativity on the Twitter platform over to TikTok. But a really positive community, which is great. Now, originally I think with TikTok you can only do minute-long videos, and this is true of YouTube Shorts. It can only be a minute long. Twitter has some other, everyone's got shorts, some kind of shorts program. I think Facebook and Instagram call them Reels. Twitter, I don't know if they're called, but they all have to be up in a minute. TikTok has actually expanded their formatting into some more long-form content. So not everything has to be in a 1-minute blipfert. You can have 3 minutes and up to 10-minute long videos. So you can certainly get some depth in the conversation. It doesn't have to just be some quick moving, just hullabaloo. The other thing I found is that there are folks like me, because one of the other things that kept me off of TikTok was, look, I'm not going to do a bunch of skits. Maybe I will at some point start doing things where I'm doing skits, miming to music or memes or things like that. And maybe I will engage with that particular part of TikTok. But the point is, you don't have to. And while their interface, when you're looking at videos, there's lots of tools, or you're creating videos rather, lots of tools for doing kind of trick stuff. There's also lots of tools for just engaging with other creators. The ability to take someone's video, cut a piece of it, and then respond to it. So you can take somebody's content and reply to it. So you get these nice little conversations you can follow, and they're all nicely linked so you can follow back up the tree. If I add on to somebody else's video to respond to a piece, you'll see in the description for my video, you could pop back and go back to the original video and check that out. And a lot of creators will essentially encourage you to do so. They'll say something like, hey, go back and check out that original video to get the full context for what I'm responding to now. They have great elements of being able to reply in video to comments. If you're someone like me, maybe you're on your phone and typing out a big long comment, and they have pretty small character limits on their comments, so you can't write a short story or a small essay in their comments section. But what you can do is you can comment with a video, or you can respond to a comment with a video. So someone writes a comment on something, you can go ahead and say, hey, I'll respond as a video, and then it'll pop basically a nice little image of that quote up there that you can respond to. So I guess ultimately I'm not trying to get in the weeds on all the features on TikTok, but they have lots of tools for engaging with creators, continuing conversations. Even if you're not a creator yourself, even if you, hey, I don't want to do videos on it, that's fine. You could use it like any other sort of passive ingestion of content platform. But if you felt like, hey, maybe I want to get engaged with people, maybe I want to make my voice heard, it's very easy to do that, and there are lots of tools in the app, in the system for doing it. I've noticed that the app has a bunch of stuff that the browser doesn't have, and hopefully they'll update that, because sometimes I'm on my laptop and I'll check in there, and there's just things I can't do. I see a video, oh, I'd like to respond to that later. They usually have a bookmarking feature, so you can bookmark stuff for later, so I'll bookmark something so I can do it later. Well, on my browser, no bookmark. There's no way to bookmark it. So I think, okay, what can I do here? Can I go to my phone, try to look up the same video on my phone, find it? There's some other, I think, goofiness. What happens is once you start building up a network of people, and you can start with me, I'm Hexed Press over there. There's a bunch of other people in there. If you get in the search tab and you use D&D or D&D TikTok or TTRPG or Beggar Talk, which is for indie games, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other hashtags in play, you'll start getting feeds, your home feed and a friend's feed, and some will be kind of friends, but also mixing in people they think you might be interested in. Their version of the YouTube algorithm at work. They don't give you a way to sort them. And what I often find is I'll start getting videos, maybe they're doing it on the premise of these are videos I haven't seen, but I'll get videos from, the beginning of September, August. And I'm thinking, can I get these? And they're kind of mixed in with videos from an hour ago. And I do wish there were better tools for, like, look, just give me chronological. I just want, like in Reddit or something, hey, give me newest first. Give me newest, hottest, controversial, if there are such things, if they measure such things. So give me those kinds of functions to help me sort things. But that's kind of a nitpick. For the most part, I found that I really enjoy surfing around. It's not, like me, super long-winded content like you might be used to seeing here from me on YouTube. Everything is generally, I think the sweet spot for TikToks is probably between that minute and 3 minutes. I'm not sure how performant 10-minute videos are. I'm not sure how many people watch it. But you're getting, relatively short piece of content, 1 minute, 10 minutes, from a really interesting cast of content creators that I think is growing daily. There's a full mix. Folks who are making dice, folks who are painting minis, folks who are doing game stuff, folks who are doing things like me, doing more kind of behind the screen type tips. I think there's something for everyone. So if you're wondering about TikTok, if it's worth a try now, right before probably the US government's gonna drop the hammer on it, is now a good time to check out TikTok for tabletop RPG stuff? I would say yes, it is. I was really pleasantly surprised, and now it's very much in my rotation of things that I check out on a daily basis for just inspiration stuff to talk about and just to learn something from a whole bunch of people. Give it a try. I think you might be surprised what you find.